Brad,
Okay.
It's our first car here.
Well, this is 71 El Camino, and it is fully prepped with all of the best parts that you can get right now. We hung out back and did a full conversion to adjustable coilovers, 9-inch Ford. It's got the big 6-piston bare brakes all the way around, tubular suspension up front. So it actually drives like a car, not like an old pile of metal, you know?
Yeah, it's weird because it started life as a sort of utility, sort of trucky kind of thing, and then somehow had this second life as a hot rod. Oh, yeah.
So, we're purists.
Yeah, we can see that.
So we got a big block that's punched out 30 over with Corvette heads, which are real special because they were a small chamber head, which works good on the street, but with the square ports, which are really rare.
And so 30 over means we're up at how many cubic inches?
It's about 425 cubic inch, right around there.
Air conditioning.
Oh yeah, we put a little of the V8 vintage V8 air on it.
Creature comforts for you.
I love this sort of copper color you guys have placed around and on the car. I don't even know what that color's called. Is it
They called it a saddle bronze metallic. It was actually a 71 Monte Carlo color.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow. And I love anything that's polished and anything that looks like that. I'm looking at the brakes, by the way. I'm looking at the reservoir and the master cylinder. Although, how does that even work?
This is probably driven out the power steering pump instead of a vacuum reservoir. Because it's nice, because one of the two areas that are shitty in Chevelles are steering, brake master, and then the air conditioner box that's nicely removed. So that's a lot of room inside the engine compartment.
It makes a big difference with these big, heavy cars if they actually stop easily and drive easily. It makes them much more manageable.
So you don't have to do the Fred Flintstone.
Exactly.
Yeah, my dad doesn't have to do it. Automatic.
It's an automatic. It's a turbo 400 car. Makes it a little easier in an El Camino.
And it's got your rims, the Bonspeed rims on it, which is what size?
These are 18s.
We got to spark it up because people get pissed. Once in a while we forget. And even if people bring like an Amphicar in here or an electric car, we have stuff to start it or Sandy gets a lot of hate mail. Now lean down by the exhaust.
Yeah, get my head right there.
See, I'm going to take all the heat because it's not loud enough. You guys want to hear loud.
No, just as long as it sounds healthy.
It just as long as it starts, it makes a noise.
It's got that big block, you know. That
I'm thinking some fumes from a regular car these days.
Cool panels. I've never seen painted
up nice.
Originally
this would have been the back of a station wagon. That would have been the footwell. Usually you see on the older El Caminos, they just Zolatone them or put rubber mats in.
Right.
We blocked it all out and made it look nice. And
yeah.
try not to haul in.
El Camino would be a good car for me, hauling broken engines all the time.
Sandy, I don't know how many times now are you taking your engine in and out of your car? And
Baker's dozen? I don't know.
It's insane. It's a testament to his attitude because Sandy's very calm about it. I'd be very pissed about it. Now, what's wrong with your head?
The head, one of the heads that's on the car had a weld job done to it originally when I bought it, and then about a year ago it cracked again. They re-welded it. They said it was fine. Threw it back on. The dyno ran great.
Your cousin's making fun of you for putting a head that was welded up on it. I said, but he didn't weld it up. Some guy welded it up and said it's good.
No, they pressure tested it. It was on the dyno, and you know, shit happens. You know, who knows how bad the casting was underneath the weld, and you know what? They should have been junked a long time ago. So. Live and learn. We'll have a head smashing party at some point.
There you go.
All right. Well, we can't. It sounds gay. We can't live in the past. Now,
that's right. Move it forward.
Let's move.
Moving it forward.
Head smashing party. Yeah, I'm not going to RSVP. This is the color scheme to get them in. The Ford Racing, American Racing color scheme. You got the Bonspeed rims on here. You got, I don't know what brakes. Are they bare or are they stock?
Yeah, they're the stock brakes.
Stock calipers.
Everything. Yeah, Brembo. Everything's stock on the car except for the rims and a little bit of enhancing that we did on the motor.
Now, did we put polish on the blower here?
Yeah, basically what we did, you know, that's one thing I couldn't figure out because, you know, like you know, Ferrari and other companies, you know, when you're able to see the motor,
right?
You know, you want to have something to look at, and stock, you know, is kind of like a gray matted, a gray polished finish. So we changed. We went to a polished blower, and we just did some really minor stuff. Changed the throttle body on it, and of course I changed the exhaust out so it gives a little bit more beefy sound.
Sure.
And reprogrammed the PCM for get a little bit more performance out of it. And that was it. Didn't go internal into the motor or anything because they've already got a lot of grunt to them, these motors. So.
And it's all academic. The car's 200 miles an hour already. It's a sub 4 second 0 to 60 car. What do you need? And by the way, at that point, see, to get from 0 to 60, if you want to go from 4 seconds to 3.8, you can do a pulley, you can do an exhaust, you can do a throttle body, you can do a chip, and you can be into it for $8,000 and shave 0.2 of a second off.
Exactly.
You want to shave another 0.2, you need $25,000. And if you want to get down to 3 seconds, you need $50,000. So it's like it just keeps getting incrementally that much bigger. There's just one move you can do that gets you down to a certain spot, and at that point, it's like you can go, from 150 to 200 miles an hour is pretty easy. Once you get to 200 miles an hour, every mile an hour past 200 miles an hour is going to cost you about $50,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like the Muir. Hoses running through the chassis, bad welds. And,
Everything's stock, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the first run of these in 2005, they did have some problems with control arms cracking on these cars. My car, luckily, was built right after they had solved that problem.
I think there was a lawsuit or something. I think somebody took theirs out to, I want to say Fontana.
No, that's the Carrera GT. The guy.
Oh, there's a Carrera GT lawsuit.
Right, the Carrera GT smashed into a Ferrari. A big
Somebody
mess.
died out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawsuit.
I was happy to be out there the following weekend for a vintage race. And everyone going, don't worry about it.
Well, you hear that. The deaths are uncommon. Not so
It
common.
barely happens. All right, tell that to the family. But I thought, so they had a recall and they had some problems
They did have a recall.
with these
they
early
corrected
on.
the problems. And
Yeah, because that was Carrera GT. Another decent automobile. I love all the big chunks of extruded aluminum, too. And I see the stainless steel exhaust looking good back there. So we fire it up and
all right,
see what it sounds like? It's
going to sound good.
It's a serious car.
give it a good push.
Oh.
There you
There
go.
we go. When it has the screw-in tow hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that just means business.
There we go.
So the exhaust gives it a little bit more oomph.
Yeah. Brody. Yeah. That's what you're looking for.
And this is kind of mild too, because I've seen what they've done to some of these, and it's almost like you need earplugs when you drive these things. But I wanted
It's
to
like Adam said.
at least be able to hear myself think when I'm driving it.
Yeah, I know. At a certain point, you realize you want something. I mean, look, we're well beyond practical already. How far past practical do we need to go? We're already well out of the confines of practical. There's nothing practical about this car. You want to get unusable.
This is my everyday driver.
Yeah, the thing is you can you can go from practical to unusable, and it's only going to cost you $80,000.
Exactly. And then it becomes so unpractical that you don't even want to drive the car after
you don't
a while.
want to use it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is yeah, like that. All right, you can
Does sound nice, though.
shut her down. And the carbon fiber seats.
Thank you.
Yeah, they kept the look of as much as they could.
They did an incredible job on the build, because I was able to tour the factory, and what they did in their paint shop was unlike any car you've ever seen, where they literally brought it in under the lights and they went over every inch with a magnifying glass, and they would color sand it if there was even the smallest imperfection.
Wow.
It's just not what you see in an American automobile manufacturer.
Yeah,
This is a mark.
they send it through, and they have one person that I guess they
Dedicated to each
they
car.
just mark it here,
Yeah.
take it back in, and redo it. And
Well, this is a big marquee for Ford. They didn't. They had the Mustang was their performance car for years, and this was front and center for them. And it's a gorgeous car.
I wonder if there's any a situation at the factory where like the inspector with the China marker is caught eating lunch with the supervisor from the paint plant. Like, all right, don't get too close. Come on, break it up over there. Need you guys buddying up.
Were a lot of these built at the Saleen factory? Or?
Yeah, they had a separate facility that was
right
run
there.
by Saleen, their SVO motor or whatever it was, and they built like the Mustangs off in a little area to the side, and then the whole place was dedicated to the GTs.
Well, guys, always a treat, always a pleasure.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah, Michael, when the Chickenfoot album comes out, or you guys go on tour, or whatever happens, come back.
We'll definitely come back, and I'll give you a report. We'll talk about what's going on.
Yeah, get us caught up.
Bring some more hot sauce for you to try out.
That mustard.
Please.
We're pulling for the mustard.
We like
hot
the
sauce.
mustard.
Okay, you got it.
I mean, we exhausted the last batch.
I think you brought us over like 2 full cases. There's 2 bottles left of ass-kicking hot something,
Oh, the 2 asshole hot, yeah.
Yeah, crazy hot, and that's been slow to go. So, the mustard stuff, that nobody would try that. And then one day we were like kind of going, yeah, what the hell, we got some hot dogs. And next thing you know, all those were gone.
That's the best.
Yeah, so bring the mustard over. Let's toss out the website where people can find you.
Bonspeedwheels.com
or BonnevilleWorldwide.com will take to all of our companies.
Perfect. Thanks a ton, guys.
It's our pleasure, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Great cars.